Hello, everybody. This is Charisma, and this is my healing journey. I know I've been gone for I think the last time I posted something was 5 days. Well, the reason why is because I've been getting my blood sucked by vampires. Okay, I'm not saying that was clickbait, but I have to get y'all in here somehow. No, my blood was not being sucked out by vampires, but it was being sucked out at the plasma center. Yeah, I've been doing that, trying to get some money. They have the new donor special, where it's like the first five donations you get $100 a piece, and then after that it's garbage how much they pay you. You can donate twice in a week. The first donation they'll give you 50, the second donation they give you 65. That is a drum roll, please. A piddling amount of $115 a week, $460 a month. While I'm grateful and I won't complain, when I'm in a position where I'm not having to do this, I will not be doing this anymore because it makes me feel so weak. And on top of that, I'm a diabetic too. And my sugar's not exactly controlled. I honestly just put in, are you, when they asked, were you diabetic? I said no. I do take my medication and it's down. It's down since I take my medicine, and I've been staying away from sugary drinks and stuff. But yeah, when I come out of there, I'm feeling so weak that it takes me at least 2 days to recover. So you do the math, if I did it twice this week, and it takes 2 days to recover. That's 4 days that I don't have to do other stuff like YouTube, which I really do love to do. And honestly, I think it's the spirit of distraction coming in. Um, anything to take me off a good path. But I'm grateful at the same time, not only for what I'm building on YouTube, but just that God, I'm happy to admit, and I'm proud to say to my subbies, if you look back at past videos, um, and I'm gonna attach the one video about my job situation towards the end of this video. I lost a job, lost a couple jobs in a short period of time through situations that were messed up and had nothing to do with me being a good employee. It was just a bad situation. So I've been really just trying to do everything that I could possibly do to keep my head above water. I am happy to announce that I did land another job. Um, it's in the same field. I work with special needs children, um, and that'll be happening. Um, I don't start that until like late February, early March. I'm very happy, and excited about it. It's I've done everything that I need to do in order to start in a timely fashion. I've gotten my clearances, because there's extensive background checks that you have to go through when you work with children. I've had to get a physical. I had to get a TB test. You have to get the flu shot. So it depends on me at this point. I'm completely done with everything. So I have an onboarding meeting with the company um on Monday. So I'm really happy about that because this organization is humongous. I already know that I'm gonna be exactly, if things work out, God willing, I'm gonna be exactly where I want to be. And in a 2-3 months, I'm gonna be straight because this field is, working with special needs children is not for everybody. So a lot of times people do quit a lot. The turnover rate is high in this industry. But if you stay, there are a certain sector of people who stay and they stay a long time. And this job, the typical benefits like tuition reimbursement, where I can go to school and get my master's in special education, which I want to do. Um, and things like that. But so it'll be a good stepping stone. And on top of that, this is the type of job they have. Not only do they have a school, but they also have residential houses. They said over 30 to 40 residential houses in within the area that I'm located in. So they said, the person who I was interviewing said, after you go through training, you can do as much overtime as you want to do. So I'm a workaholic. So that was music to my ears. Is that healthy? No, but when you've been in the situation not having a job, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get back in a good position. I have storage units. I'm 3 months behind on my storage unit. They want like 1,500 just to get caught up on my storage unit. I was able to make my rent for this month for January. So you know, I'm just doing whatever I have to do. Like, the plasma's not gonna cut it. Believe me, the plasma's not gonna cut it. But it's keeping some money in my pocket so that I can have things that I need, like toiletries and food and things like that. And also, I've been door dashing, which I used to do Uber. But honestly, the money is different on DoorDash, but it's not that you can't make as much with Uber. It's just that you have to strategize more with DoorDash. So for instance, it's so funny because the first time I did it months ago in Philly, I made $36. Okay. But then I did it this time around 6, 7 months later when I started having a strategy and stopped accepting trash orders. I was able to make over $100 in like 5, 6 hours. So there's pros and cons to that. It tears up your car. You're putting all these miles on your car. But if it's a meantime in between time type of hustle, because I have to hustle up my rent money for let me see, for March. So I'm gonna do whatever I have to do as long as I'm not hurting myself, putting myself in danger, or hurting anybody else. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And DoorDash can be dangerous though. Like, if you don't know where you're going on that app, it'll send you anywhere. It's gonna send you anywhere, anywhere. Like, I went to bad parts of town, like the ghetto, what people would call the ghetto or the hood. I went to some real rural areas where it was something like straight out of a horror movie. Like, think of like Jason Crystal Lake, and it's like nothing but pure silence. There's no lights nowhere, and it's a one lane road. It's winding and it's dark and you can't hardly see. I'm like, oh no, I'm done for the day. They gave me one of them orders and you can't. I didn't realize it was gonna be that type of order when I accepted the order. But so once you already have the food, you can't like say I'm not making this delivery when you already got the food. So, but I promise you, I was so shooketh. Like, after that delivery, I was like, let me log on off of here for the night. Like, my life's legit about to be in danger off some DoorDash, and ain't no amount of money worth my life at all. So I just called it a night after that. So I just been busy trying to survive, I guess. But at the same time, I can't forget about my YouTube family, my brother, and people have been writing comments on my videos. People have been giving me donations to my Cash App. And oh my God, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the love on so many levels, the kind words. Somebody, a subscriber, told me that my channel is very much needed because as a survivor of sexual trauma or abuse of any kind, you feel alone. And it does make you feel alone and isolated because this isn't the type of subject matter that people want to talk about during polite company or conversation, even if you are the victim. And you know who's going to admit to being a perpetrator, because the people you telling your story to, they could very well be perpetrators and they don't want to face up to what they've done. So it's a lot of different layers as to why people don't want to talk about this stuff. But like I said, I've created this space so that we can talk about this. Survivors of adverse childhood experiences, abuse of all kinds, can talk about this. That's why I put my contact information. I have an email. I mean, a lot of times people might not want to put their business under the comments, and you guys can email me. It's so much that I want to do with this channel. I want to eventually, when I get my subscriptions up, start a weekly support group via Zoom or something like that, and just a safe space for us to process things that we've gone through and talk about it and get resources. And I am definitely, the next video I do is going to be some things that you can do to be on your own healing journey, to heal your trauma. You definitely can't do it all by yourself. You can't. You're going to need support, and that in itself can pose barriers, because the places that you think you're supposed to get support, like domestic violence organizations, a lot of these therapists, they might assign you with a therapist who's still in grad school, who's not licensed, who doesn't, yeah, they want to do this, but I'm sorry, like, my trauma is too deep. I'm not in the mood to be, experimented on, or you playing in my face. I need somebody who's seasoned and experienced and trauma informed. I really don't want a grad student, taking my case. Like, that's just my personal preference. Other people might not mind, but I do. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel the same way I do. And, that's just one example. But these types of places, these types of organizations, they're to capacity. There's only so many people they can support at a time. And you might be on waiting lists for months at a time. And, so I want to provide that safety net in the meantime, to what you can do to be on your healing journey until you get a therapist or find a support group or anything like that. Or some people might not be ready to go to therapy yet. Like, therapy can be scary, and that's a step that you don't have to take if you're not 100% ready. If you're spiritually inclined, you might go to church and get the support you need. Me personally, I'm cool off of organized religion. As of right now, I'm not in a rush to join a church and I will be doing another video about that at a later date as well. Why I'm iffy about organized religion. I love the Lord with all my heart and soul, but just church hurt. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of church hurt. And that's not something that you can easily just recover from. So, like, when I go live and do my Bible studies, there's so many different prophets on YouTube that I'm drawn to, and I'm drawn to their message. That's my church. The church is inside me. So that's another tool as well. But like I said, I'm going to get more into depth into that at a later video. So at this time, I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to check in with all my subbies. If you're new to this platform, hey girl, hey bro, hey, keep on coming back. I definitely appreciate you. I need you guys as well. That you guys are my support system, and I'm so happy that God has placed me in a position to be the support system, or at least provide information to people who choose to engage my platform. And it encourages me when you guys like, comment, and subscribe for me to continue posting content, keep on pushing out videos, shorts, lives, all of that. I love it. This is like, honestly, I found my tribe, I feel, and I found something that really makes me feel good and makes me understand and realize that there's purpose in my pain. So thank you once again. And this is Charisma, and this is my healing journey. God bless you all. I love you all. I'm praying for you guys. Pray for me. Pray for one another. Love one another. Be kind to one another. All right. Peace.